Good day, everyone. This presentation is about the differences between formal education and the alternative learning systems in the Philippines. Formal education is a method of learning that is structured, systematic, and offers sequential delivery of universal knowledge and skills. A high quality education provided to students by qualified teachers. Typically, organizations govern formal education to ensure that formal learning is standardized and that all learning institutions, like schools, colleges, and universities, adhere to this standard. Other characteristics of formal education includes a structurally specific curriculum, an evaluation criterion or grading system, time-bound courses. It also involves scheduled fees and is composed of attendance-oriented programs. Alternative Learning System, or ALS, is a parallel learning system in the Philippines that offers an alternative to the current formal education. According to McKinney, ALS comprises both non-formal and informal knowledge and skill sources. Government-sponsored non-formal education led to the development of ALS. Previously, non-formal education focused mostly on training in livelihood skills, with basic reading and writing included in the curriculum. Under the current system, training for skills and livelihoods has been included and form a separate school system. The Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or TESDA, is now in charge of the skills training program, which has become an independent initiative. In contrast with the formal education, ALS only requires learners to attend learning sessions based on an agreed schedule between the learners and the learning facilitators. There's two different schematics for conducting instruction. First, school-based program, where instructions are conducted in school campuses, and the second is the community-based program, where instructions are conducted in community halls or in private places. The alternative learning system includes two levels in addition to schematics, elementary and the secondary level. Students must first complete elementary level before moving on to high school level. If a student completes elementary school under a formal classroom setup, he or she is automatically admitted to the secondary level based on the grade level at which they left the school. The Department of Education is responsible for the administration of the ALS. Private non-governmental organization can also administer, but under the supervision of the Philippine Education Administration. After completing the program, learners are evaluated by their learning facilitators, and if deemed ready, they take the accreditation and equivalency, or A&E test, covering all ALS curriculum learning strands. According to the Department of Education, these learning strands include: first, communication skills; second, scientific literacy and critical thinking; third, mathematical and problem-solving skills; fourth, life and career skills; fifth, understanding self and society; and sixth, digital citizenship. To juxtapose traditional and alternative learning environment from a country apart from the Philippines, I will use one of Thailand's public elementary schools from a case study conducted by two student teachers from Sweden. And for the alternative learning environment, I will use the Huapan Learning Center. Thailand's public elementary school, like any other formal school, follows a structured and systematic form of learning with a sequential and specific curriculum. The Swedish researchers observed that the lessons were mostly strict and the classrooms were quiet. Teachers spoke the most in these classrooms, and students were only allowed to speak when the teacher said so. The researchers observed that teachers demanded a quiet classroom where all students had complete focus on the teacher. Furthermore, researchers discovered that teachers used a variety of teaching methods, giving students a wide range of opportunities to embrace new knowledge. Some teachers used teaching methods that allowed students to work and learn in their preferred learning style. However, all of this occurred within the confines of the classroom. Meanwhile, students from one learning center in one of Thailand's most remote areas were learning about water. But their classroom was the Nan River, a tributary that runs through their village. Huay Pan Learning Center is the only school within walking distance of the village children who would otherwise have to travel up to 100 kilometers to receive a basic education. In contrast to traditional schools, students in this alternative learning environment are not taught based on their age. In fact, there were only 8 students aged 16 to 14. Because the circumstances of daily life in remote villages rendered the formal school curriculum ineffective, the Hawaii Pan Learning Center has developed schooling in which children learn not only the subjects offered by the Education Ministry, but also through outdoor classes on soil, water, forest, and food security. This is done to ensure that the children's learning is relevant to their lives, instilling curiosity and a desire to learn more through experiential learning. One example of the learning experience was about finding food in the river, but instead of a teacher, parents who were also fishing in the river became their teachers for the day. Parents taught their children how to catch fish and what else they could find in the water, other than fish, shrimp, and seaweed. In comparison to traditional schools, the Hawaii Pan Learning Center gives its students a say in what they learn. Children can choose what they want to learn and are not required to take exams. Throughout the academic year, evaluation occurs and marks are accumulated through project work. Teachers, on the other hand, are mentors who create an active learning environment and ask questions designed to stimulate students' interest. Such an alternative has seen positive results and is much more likely to keep children in school due to the high engagement factor. Students are no longer dropping out because their parents see the value of what their children is learning. Parents support this alternative education because it teaches students how to help their parents or children in the future.